This is Stuart Pearce's Ultimate 11. I'm excited, Sam.
He was an outstanding talent, could run all day. I've never met two more professional, giving to the group as these two. For me, one of the best captains Liverpool have ever had. He gained respect from everybody. I think he scored 10 goals in 20 games for us. He had the tools, his feet were good, he was strong, probably a little bit misguided off the pitch, Sam, it's fair to say.
So it's time for another Ultimate 11, and this week Sam and I are joined by Stuart Pearce. Now, we had the debate before, was it going to be players he'd played with, players he'd managed, a mixture of both, and we decided to go for players that Stuart has managed at club level or under 21. So this is Stuart Pearce's Ultimate 11. I'm excited, Sam.
Me too, as always. Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay, so in goal, Stuart.
I've gone for Joe Hart. I could have gone with David James, but I had Joe Hart and signed him at club level at Manchester City and what he'd done for them, and also what he'd done for me at under 21 level. He was sensational. I've just edged on Joe being the goalkeeper.
Phenomenal goalkeeper. I can't believe he's retiring this year.
No, incredible. Makes you feel...
Well, in his 30s now, isn't he, Joe?
Yeah, I feel like he could maybe get a couple more years.
Well, they can last longer than anybody else, that's for sure.
Yeah. Right, great. And then your defence.
I've gone with a back three to accommodate the lineup that I've got. Centre of the three is Micah Richards, give him his debut, and another one who had a brilliant time for England, for Manchester City and the under-21s as well. So good connections with Micah over the years. Either side of him, Cole Walker, I managed at under 21 level, who's gone on, well, being a City fan, how good he's been. And on the left-hand side, Danny Rose, done really well for me at under 21 level. I think he went to 3 major tournaments with myself and done well. Also, he contributed to the Olympic team as well, so that was good. I've got 4 across midfield. On the right-hand side, Steve Stone, who I had with myself at Forest. He was an outstanding talent, could run all day. Centre of midfield, I've put James Milner alongside Jordan Henderson. These two are probably, we talk about...
The most dedicated footballers, you would say.
Exactly. Yeah. I've never met two more professional, giving to the group as these two. They're absolutely brilliant. And I said some years ago, pound for pound, I think James Milner's been the best professional there's ever been in the Premier League.
I had him at Newcastle when he was just a youngster when they signed him from Leeds, wasn't it? So outstanding. Well, I mean, he was the ultimate. Like, you can't get him in. You finish a training. Everybody, most people off they go. Yeah, bit of lunch and away. He's doing a bit with the ball, doing a bit
low maintenance manager's dream.
Then I'll tell you what, he'd be a good captain, James Milner, when he got a bit older. Yeah, brilliant.
Jordan Henderson was my captain at under 21 level. When he first went to Liverpool, he had a tough time. He played his way through that and become, for me, one of the best captains Liverpool have ever had. He lifted up a European trophy. He gives to the group, an incredibly unselfish individual, and I love him to bits.
Would he be your captain in that team?
Let me have a little look. I think the answer will be yes, to be quite honest with you. And on the left-hand side, as a wing-back, Ashley Young, I had him with the under-21s. He was incredible. He was our best player at the first tournament I went to. And he's had a really good, long career. He's not faded away in his early 30s. He's carried on, and I think he gives the experience to the group. Okay. Sean Wright-Phillips, playing behind a front two. I was fortunate enough to play with him in my last year as a Manchester City player, coach him and inherit him as a manager. Incredible kid, fantastic, low maintenance, talent, brilliant. And we agreed, when I was Manchester City manager, I was called in on a Friday morning. We were playing Tranmere in a pre-season friendly, friendly before the season was about to start. The chief exec called me in and said, we've got an offer from Chelsea for 21 million for Sean Wright-Phillips. Unless we sell him, the club will go bust. I said, well, you've obviously got to sell him then, no problem. I said to Sean, look, you're being sold to Chelsea on Monday. We got a friendly tonight. Do you want to play? He said, yeah.
Wow.
Players don't do that, Sam. No. You know that, Brilliant player. and a brilliant kid.
person. Yeah.
Good job he didn't get injured.
Well,
for you and for him.
Well, if he got injured and we miss a deadline, I keep the player. So.
I'd
have been delighted.
Oh, yeah.
And 2 strikers playing ahead of him. I got one on a free transfer from Fulham, a fella called Andy Cole. He used to play for Manchester United. He was brilliant for me.
Coley, yeah.
He come into the football club at Manchester City. He gained respect from everybody. I think he scored 10 goals in 20 games for us. His legs were going at the time, but he had Vassell alongside him that was the energy. And he was the brains behind everything that went on. And he was brilliant and a really good signing for me. And alongside him, Gabby Agbon-Lahore at under 21 level. It was a time where we were talking lone strikers, and he had the ability to run in behind, and he was a real threat at international level. No, I had him at international, under 21 level. Okay. And he was fantastic for me. And he was part of the team that went to the Euro finals, and he was a real talent.
I think he should have done more than he actually did.
100%. He had the tools, his feet were good, he was strong, he could run in behind, he could score goals. But probably a little bit misguided off the pitch, Sam, it's fair to say. Probably. But that would probably be my 11.
Especially those days.
Indeed.
Wow. Energetic, Sean Wright-Phillips, one of my absolute favourites. We've had him on the podcast. We've also had Andy Cole on the podcast as well. So we like an Ultimate 11 where we've had the guests as well. You like that?
I do, yeah.
Any standout? Who's the standout for you?
Well, I think probably because we've had him on and his personality and what he did and how you saw him develop was Sean Wright-Phillips. I mean, when he came on here, just it's just great. So, and I think he had a very good career. Big move to London, to Chelsea, and yes, we there's lots of players. Henderson, Milner, huge amount of respect for them. Yeah. Those two particularly are the first two in the team. Right, what we're going to play around these.
Yeah, you just can't leave them out. I found that you couldn't leave them out your team.
Sean and I have been good friends for about 20 years, and I remember that Tranmere game. I remember him phoning me and telling me he was going, and I remember sobbing my eyes out, Stuart.
So did I. I was losing a good player and a lot of goals out my team. I know. And never saw the money, so...
Well, if it saved the club, though.
Well, exactly.
Thank you. Yeah. We thank you for letting him go. That is Stuart Pearce's Ultimate 11. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.